everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to me and Miss Rue's Super Fall Fantastic Workout. You thought we were done on Halloween with the decor. No. We just transitioned to slightly less spooky, a little more fall festive. It's a decoration season, as I like to call it, so just wait, there will be more. It's kind of a thing for us. So guys, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like the extra fun around the room, and I hope you like the extra Rizzo who's just standing here for no reason, not even looking at the camera or me or anyone else, and just kind of wiggling. Hi. All right, so guys, today all you are going to need is 1 to 2 levels of heavy hand weight, and just one of them. So, you know, think super heavy, medium heavy, or maybe think like lower body heavy, upper body heavy is another way to think of it. So that's all you need. That, and of course, just your little yoga mat, floor support, goodness. And that's all we're gonna need today. So our weight today, our workout today is, you've got a little creeper. There she is. Oh goodness, look at that little, she's probably got pumpkin all over her face because she eats pumpkin in her dinners. So our workout today is going to be 1 heavy hand weight, 1 strong body. I don't even remember what round this is. I think it was maybe round 2 redo. I'm not sure. I forgot to go back and look at my notes. But we are working with 1 heavy hand weight today, and that is it. So again, just experimenting with what we can do, especially when we're working out at home without tons of equipment. I wanted to show you guys with these style workouts what you can accomplish with just 1 weight. So I think it's kind of a cool experiment. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We've got 3 sets of 3 exercises, and then we're going to have 1 core exercise at the end as long as time allows. So we will be doing some combination movements, some not. It's really just sort of a mix-up of what we're going to do. So it should be a sweaty one, working with 1 heavy weight and doing some really kind of powerful movements. So I hope you guys enjoy it. As always, with these style workouts, we're going to be doing reps, not times. This is going to be our traditional rep style workout. Of course, always just sort of my standard notes, modify anything that you need to. Listen to your body, you know, especially now, and I will just kind of point it out because I've definitely been feeling it. We're transitioning to colder weather. Also here in Tennessee, at least, it's been very damp. And so that, if you have any kind of aches and pains, usually gets accelerated by this kind of weather. So definitely just listen to what your body's telling you. And again, always, you know, I hope you guys don't get my messages wrong when I'm telling you to go easy or to half step or no, not that, but just listen. And when your body is telling you no, go with what it says. And sometimes I fail at that. I went back and watched my video and heard myself go, ooh, that kind of hurts. And then I keep doing it. So not always the best, but I try to practice what I preach. Last couple things, always add music if you need it. There'll be no music here. Facebook, I'll be checking for questions during the live workout. So I usually stop between every set, check for questions. So let me know if you have anything, or if you're working out after the fact, just shoot me a message or leave me a comment, Facebook, YouTube, wherever it is that you're watching. I'll be happy to help. Let's see. And I guess just the last 2 notes, as always, I just ask that you share these workouts, share this page. I would love to grow this community. It's super fun to know that I'm working out with you guys and not just here alone in my garage with my moms. And lastly, if you do want to donate any funds for these workouts, it is the only payment I've received for these workouts. Venmo at Strong Style Fit is where you'll find me, and they are greatly appreciated. And thank you for those of you who have given to me in the past. It really does mean a lot to me. So guys, go ahead and grab your heavy weights. We are going to start with some lower body, and it will be lower body only. So I say that just because that means that's probably going to be your heaviest weight, is when we're working just lower body. These legs can handle a lot of work. So I'm going to grab my weight. I'm going to, of course, grab my water as always. I'll check the video, and then we will get started with our work. All right, guys, grab your weights. Let's see. Had a busy day today, so normally I try to load up my weights sort of before we get started, but it has just not been happening for me today. All right, looks like we are all good video-wise. So we will go ahead and get started. Actually, I'm gonna grab another quick drink. No, I always step back into the video when I get a drink. I guess I wanna make sure you guys know I'm still here. So we're gonna start with a single leg deadlift to the left, single leg deadlift to the right, and then we're gonna do alternating back lunges. So your deadlift is gonna be just one weight. I'll give you the option on your alternating back lunge. You can go with one weight, or if you really wanna load it up and go heavy, you can go with 2 weights. I will probably go with just 1 weight. We'll see. We'll see how the whole body's feeling once we get started. So single leg deadlift, we are going to do, we've been doing the stagger stance a lot. So I'm gonna change it up and we're gonna do, I believe it's Russian deadlift is what you call this one. I believe there's so many variations. But basically we're gonna shift our weight to one leg. As always, we're gonna have our weight, and instead of doing this little kickstand, we are going to let our leg come out behind us. So that's what we're looking for. Takes a lot more balance for sure. So we want to keep our hips nice and squared off. We kick that foot back, and then we tick-tock forward like a pendulum, leaving a little bit of bend in this knee. So we don't want this leg locked out. A little bit of bend. We rock forward and come up. So the main thing that normally happens in this, and I'm gonna try not to waste a ton of time and coach it to death, so just stick with me for another minute and then we'll get working, and hopefully you guys will be able to just pick it up from following along with me, is that usually what will happen, we'll bend our knee, we'll get all set up, we'll start tick-tocking forward, our leg will stop coming up, but we'll keep our upper body moving, so we end up sort of in this like pose. So I want you to think body and leg is all one line. So if at some point your leg is like, nope, I don't go any higher than that, then that's where your upper body stops. Okay? So we stop when our leg stops. We don't keep bending forward. If you need to trace a wall for balance, that is perfectly fine. If you need to just kind of trace along the wall with your hand, perfectly fine. If even that, you were just stumbling, bumbling, falling all over the place, can't get it together, go to the stagger stance, okay? All right, guys, so I don't want to waste any more of our time. We'll go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start with left leg. Again, little bends in the knee, square our hips up, bend the knee, shoulders back and down, flat back, and we come forward. Might take a minute. Whew, I haven't done these in quite some time. 1, 2, and sometimes just holding a hand out to the side is enough. 3 for the balance. 4, 5, 6. A lot of burn. 7. 8. 9. 10. Woo. 11. I have to stand a little closer to my wall. And 12. Woo. Good work, right? Super intense. Get a lot of burn in that booty cheek, in that hip, hamstring, all of it. All right, so I'm going to stand a little off center so I have a little room to touch my wall. I have a feeling my balance might be even more off on this side. So again, you're not cheating anything by touching that wall and tracing that wall. Only if you're really holding on, bracing yourself into it, are you doing it kind of wrong, okay? All right, woo! All right, so we stand tall. A little bit of bend in that knee. Flat back, we come forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, woo, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Woo, so intense. You can also tell I am super tight in my hips. I think that's why my balance is kind of wonky, because my hips are like, no, we're resisting this. All right, guys, so we're gonna do alternating back lunges, just 20. These will go super fast. Remember that single leg deadlift's kind of a slow mover. We'll move a lot faster after this round. So if you're gonna do back lunge with just one weight, you can hold your weight here. If you're gonna do 2 weights, you just hold them down by your sides like a suitcase. I'm going to start with 1 weight, see how we feel, and then we'll go from there. We're doing 20 total alternating back lunges. So let's get that weight up, shoulders back and down. Don't clench up here, back, nice proud chest. I'm staying really close to the camera, I know, but I don't want to kick my decorations back there. So we step back, come down, and up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, you want to make sure that that knee stays over your ankle. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Whoop. Oh, guys, my balance is really off today. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whew. All right. Catch our breath for just a quick sec. We'll go back to the single leg deadlifts. Oh, I told Charlie today when I was getting ready to come out for the workout, I was like, so I wrote this workout about a week ago. I was like, I don't know if this workout's the right one for me today, but it's too late to turn back now. Just because I'm super tight, just feeling a little out of sorts. So things with balance, probably not the best for me today, but we'll get through it, right? All right, guys, line it up, line those hips up, a little bit of bend in those knees, shoulders back and down. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Thanks to some degree too, you probably psych yourself out. Of course, when you start giving yourselves those messages, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more, guys. 11, 12. Perfect. Other side. That trip through belt's a little better. Also too, we just gotta get warm. That's another thing. Working out in cold weather, in a cold garage. Body's not super responsive at first. All right, guys, so other side. Okay. Square those hips off. Make sure you're nice and tall. Don't lean out into that hip. Nice and tall, core engaged. Shoulders back and down. Knee bends, we drop. 1. 2. Also, make sure you're keeping that weight nice and close to your body. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 2 more, 2 more. 11. Woo. Oh, goodness. 12. I went out to grab for extra support and almost grabbed a 5-pound weight. That would have went real well. Not a lot of support for a 5-pound weight there. All right, guys, we've got alternating back lunges. So we load that weight up here, or 2 weights down to each side. All right, we've got 20 alternating your pace, or stay with me. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh, that booty is talking. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Whew, heart rate climbing. 18, 19. Last one. 20. Woo-wee. Goodness me. Pretty intense. Whew. Love it, love it. All right, let's catch our breath for just a sec. And we're gonna go right in, finish this set off. Okay, like mentally prepare. All right, so set up that left leg, stand nice and tall. And like I was saying, you wanna keep that weight nice and close to your body. Don't let it dangle way out there. Instantly gonna move to your lower back. So keep that weight nice and close to you, okay? All right, set it up. Shoulders back and down, hips lined up. A little bit of bend in that knee. And we drop. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. 1. Awesome. Other side. Ow. And I just bent a nail back. Today is lining up to be an interesting one for me today. All right, guys. Whew. Let's shake those cobwebs. Arrive on the mat. Here we go. Line it up. Line up those hips. Stand tall. Shoulders back and down. Bend that knee. Let's go. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Whew. Goodness me. Super intense. So I hope you guys picked that up. It's definitely one of the more challenging ones. I don't do them a ton, so you probably noticed my form might not have been the most perfect, or I might have changed as I was doing it and thought, uh-oh, that's probably not right, and corrected. So we learn together, and we learn through trying, right? So while I'm a trainer, no, I don't do every exercise every single day for practice. So sometimes I like to throw things in that challenges myself too. Again, to show you guys what the learning process looks like, and that we're never perfect, and that we keep trying and we learn, right? All right, guys, back lunge for 20. 20. 19. 18. 17. 16. 15. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed, away from your ears. 13. 12. 11. 10. Halfway. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Last 2. 2. 1. Woo, set that weight down. That's also a long time too. Keep checking my nail. That's a long time too. If you noticed, I never cued you to sit that weight down. So whatever weight you were holding for that exercise, chances are you held it for that entire time. So that was just an extra 20, 10, whatever pounds you were carrying with you for all that time too. Little trick to throw in there. All right, guys, let's catch our breath a little bit more. Our next one is going to be a bit of a burner too. We've got a combination leg arm movement for all 3 exercises. So you know what that does. Gets the heart rate high, gets the sweat dripping. It's fantastic work. So keep catching your breath. Water, I'm going to check the video, and then we'll get going with round 2. Woo-wee. I gotta tell you guys, at least my head at least is sweating like crazy. All right, guys. So I've been on the fence. I've been going back and forth about what I wanted to do for this exercise. I had written one, and then I kind of changed my mind and was like, I don't know, I'd kind of like to do this instead. Still on the fence, honestly. I've been debating between what's called a lawnmower and kind of a clean and press. The only reason why I wasn't going to clean and press is because we're doing some more shoulder work. I don't know, it's really tempting. Maybe I'll save that for another one and make that be our shoulder work. So let's see, we're gonna do the lawnmower, and then we will save the sort of snatch for another time. All right, so the lawnmower, I'm gonna show you with a lighter weight at first, just so I can kind of slow it down and really show you what that looks like. So lawnmower really is kind of similar, not exact, to if you think about pulling a lawnmower, like pulling a starter on a lawnmower. That's kind of where we're mentally, where we're gonna go. So we're gonna start in a squat. So we're gonna stand tall. We're gonna sit our hips back and squat and drop the weight down in front of us. From here, we use our legs to really power up and pull back and start that lawnmower. So we drop down, pull back. So it's sort of like, if you're more seasoned workout veteran, sort of like a high pull mixed with a squat. It's kind of what we're looking at. So normally, if we were to do a high pull, we don't do super heavy weight. I still don't want you to go crazy heavy, like leg heavy, but I want you to go upper body heavy because we're using the momentum from our squat to pop that weight up. So we're working this back shoulder, drop down, pop. We're pulling through here, down, pop. Other side, down, pop. So that's how we're working. So normally if we were to do that exercise, we would use like a medium weight, maybe even a light weight, but since we're using some momentum with our legs, we can go a little heavier. So I'm gonna experiment with not the heaviest I think I can do, and then we'll go from there. So we'll start with our lawnmower. We're gonna do left and right, and we're gonna do a squat with a preacher curl. I'll show you that once we get there. All right, so square ourselves off, get our squat lined up. So the one thing, don't let your squat get messy. So still squat, that perfect form. Sitting your hips back, keeping your chest tall, still all of the squat components, just the added upper body. All right, so just make sure when you pull up, you're not tensing up like this, that you're squeezing back through that shoulder. If you feel any pain or discomfort, lighten your weight. All right, guys, so let's get going. We've got 12, left side, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Other side, right to it. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Remember, use that push. 7. Momentum from your legs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Awesome work, guys. All right. So now we're going to squat with a preacher curl. So we're going to hold a squat, and a preacher curl is a style of bicep curl. So we're going to squat low. It's going to be a wide squat because what you want to be able to do is to squat and ideally rest your elbows on your knees and hold that squat. So squatting here, knees are still over ankles, slightly forward is okay, just not over your toes. It might take you a minute to kind of find that sweet spot to where you can hold the weight, be down in your squat, have your chest up. So we come down, we've got our elbows on our thighs, chest is nice and tall. Find your sweet spot. Here we go. 12, 11, 10. Legs might be shaking. 9, 8, 7, 6. Super isolating on those biceps too. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Bring it up. So, really intense in the legs because we're holding that squat. Depending on how low you're sitting into that squat too, you might be getting like a hip flexor stretch. And then we're isolating those biceps by taking any momentum out and just nailing them. Just really digging into those biceps. All right, I'm going to maybe try a heavier weight for that next time. We'll see. But I'm going to set it out there so it's an option. So we've got our lawnmowers, left and right. I'm going to try to bump my weight up, but again, being mindful that I don't start pulling through my neck and my traps when I pull that lawnmower. If I do, weight goes down. All right, so set your squat up. Remember, keep that beautiful squat. Don't start dropping forward into your knees because you're just thinking of upper body piece. All right, guys, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Push through those legs. 11, 12. Perfect. Use those legs. The legs gives us that push, gives us that momentum to use that heavier weight. Whew. All right. Other side. Squat set up. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chest nice and tall. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Beautiful. Move super fast. It's great work. Keeps that cardio going. So, so good. So, I'll keep saying it too. This is one, you know, a lot of times I preach, don't use momentum in exercises. But this is one where that momentum is going to let us go heavier and work a heavier weight in that shoulder than we normally can. So in that instance, it's a good thing. All right, so let's find our squat. Again, we want to have our elbows on our knees, our good form still. Bring that weight to the middle. Let's go. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good stuff, guys. All right, we got one more trip through. Catch your breath for just a sec. We're gonna go right back to it. So preacher curls, you know, I always talk about bicep curls. Biceps curls are pretty much, that's it for a bicep. So we have to get inventive with our bicep curls. So preacher curls is just another way to get inventive with a curl. And it basically just means isolating those elbows, usually on a machine. They'll kind of sit out in front of you, and then you're curling sort of isolated and with your biceps sort of extended. So just another twist on a bicep curl. And if you don't have a preacher curl machine at home, your legs are a great way to get that same exercise. All right, guys, got our pulse. Let's go. 12, 11, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, push through those legs, 6, 5, 4, 3, squeeze the back of that shoulder, 2, 1, woo, other side, right to it. All right, guys, remember, don't let that squat fail you. Keep that squat form in the back of your mind. Let's go. 12, 11, drive through those heels. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work. Another bonus of that exercise, I talked about it a little bit recently with some clients, is that when you fully extend a muscle, such a bicep curl, when you straight and then flex, you're working its full range of motion. The further you can extend the muscle, the better contraction. So when we're working the back of that shoulder, by dropping down, we're extending that shoulder muscle and then getting a full contraction on it. So it's a cool way to get a little extra oomph out of that shoulder work. All right, so let's find our squat. Get set up. Just a little bit wider. All right. Elbows on those thighs. Let's go. 12. Keep that chest tall. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Awesome. Whew. Set 2 in the books. So just got one set left and a little bit of core work if time allows. And we'll be all done, guys. So catch your breath. That's kind of the end of our cardio-y movements. We're going to be doing just upper body next. But the upper body is going to be 2 of the 3 or combination movements. So more challenging than just a single movement. But generally, with upper body, we don't get quite so breathy. So let's see. We can start on the floor. So we're going to have 1 exercise on the floor, 2 exercises standing in this set. So if you need to get your yoga mat out, go ahead and do that. You are going to need just 1 weight for this one. So upper body heavy is what you're looking for, okay? I'm going to set 2 options out for myself. There you go. Perfect. So we're going to take just another little bit. Catch your drink, check on the video, and we'll get to it. Oh guys, I love it. I walk around and look at my video and I see all these awesome decorations. It makes me so happy. All right. So we're going to do on the floor, we're going to do a chest press with a dumbbell pullover, all with 1 weight. So we're going to work our chest, a little bit of shoulders, and also our back muscles. So the chest press, obviously we'll work our chest and our shoulders. And then we're going to do the dumbbell pullover, which we've done before, just holding the weight a little differently. And that's going to work our lats, which are those muscles down through here. So we're going to lay on our backs. And if you have a heavy weight, like you should, I want you to go ahead and kind of hold it to your chest or your belly and roll it back. So from here, we're going to hold the weight on each end. Up above. So we're going to do a narrow chest press. So the narrow chest press, we keep our arms at 11 and we drop straight down. And then pick it up. And then we're gonna put a slight bend in our elbows, drop the weight back, pull it over. Show you one more time. So we come straight down, up. Don't fully extend your arms, leave a little bend, and then we drop back, pull over, okay? So, I'm gonna warm up with a slightly lighter weight, and then move up after that. So that's another thing we haven't talked about a ton, but if you're coming into a workout, if you have the time, or if you feel the need, if your body feels super tight like I feel today, then sometimes doing the first set at a little bit lighter weight and then bumping up after that is a good idea. I don't do it often in class because usually my body's a little more compliant and will do what I ask it to, but today it's a little angry, so I'm gonna warm up with a lighter weight and then see if I wanna move up or not. That's another option for you to consider if you're a little cranky today too. All right guys, so we're gonna start the weight up. We're going for 12 of these. 12. 11. 10. 9. Again, guys, make sure you're not fully extending your arms. 8. Leave a little bit of bend. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Good work, guys. All right, you're gonna roll that off to your side, and we're gonna bring it up to standing. I think I'm gonna listen to my body and stay with that lighter weight for that exercise today. So, now we're gonna do what's called a scoop overhead press. So this is gonna be a new one. I don't think I've ever used this in class. So, hear me out. It's nothing too complicated, just a little bit different way to move. So, the scoop overhead press. We start here. Shoulders back, chest tall. And we scoop the weight here, push the weight overhead, bring it back down, shuffle it back. So it's not a fluid movement. So we're not here and then swinging up to the top and swinging back down. It's a non-fluid movement. So step 1, scoop, press, down, scoop it back, okay? I'll do it from the side for the first round, just so you can kind of check it out. It's easier to see from the side than it is from the front. So set it up, core nice and tight, shoulders down, we scoop, up, down, bring it back. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Yeah. Probably feeling like the front of your shoulders there. That's what we're looking for. And then the last thing that we're going to do is tricep extensions overhead. We're going to do it with one weight, holding bow tie style. So we'll hold the weight just like we were, end to end, and then bring it up and tricep with the one weight bow tie style. All right? Okie doke. Let's grab that weight. Stagger stance is my preferred, but totally up to you how you stand. So let's bring it up. Elbows pull forward. We drop down. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job, guys. All right, so that's set one. So now you know what we're working with. If you used a lighter weight for that first trip through, and you feel like you can go up, you're more than welcome to go up. I think I'm gonna stay where I'm at. Feels plenty challenging for me today. So let's bring it on down. Again, if you've got that heavier weight, just go ahead and set it either on your thighs or on your belly and safely roll it back. All right, so we've got that narrow press with the pullover. Again, I can't say it enough. Please, 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 when you go to do your pullover, make sure you have bend in your elbows. Please do not have straight arms. Drop it back. You are asking for all sorts of problems if you do that. So please, please, please do not do that. All right, let's set it up. Down, back, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo-wee. All right, roll that off to the side. So also another sneaky little trick in this is that all of these exercises, all three of them actually, have some tricep involved. So if your tricep are like, what? It's not just the bow tie. Every movement in this set is also secondarily using your triceps. So just like to point that out because sometimes we're like, what's wrong? Why are my triceps so tired today? It's not, we're just sneakily working them. All right, guys, so we've got that scoop, the overhead press. So remember, it's a multi-part movement, not a fluid scoop. Okay, so we're here, shoulders back, scoop up, press, down, back, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good work. And yes, I know adding that little pause makes it harder. That's the plan. All right, we've got those overhead triceps, the bow tie position. Let's go ahead and get started. Sit up. You can stagger stance if you like. Elbows come forward. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Man, oh man, those arms is tired. All right, guys, we've got one more trip through. I'm gonna grab a quick drink before I hit the floor. All right, let's do it, let's do it. Once we get through this set, I will check the time, see if we have time for core work. If not, no big deal. I think we have thoroughly worked ourselves in this workout. All right, let's lay that way back. Whew. Always like to pause for just a sec when we hit the floor. Some people get lightheaded, so I like to pause for just a sec, make sure everything's comfortable, and then get set. So, arms extended. Make sure your shoulders are plugging back towards the mat, that you're not up like this. Plug those shoulders back. Perfect. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Almost there, guys. 10, 11. Last one, 12. Woo. Roll it off. Oh, I'm left a nice little sweat silhouette on the floor. Apparently, I get less sweaty as we work down this direction. All right, guys, so we've got our scoop, overhead press. So let's grab that weight. Whew. I'll do this one facing the other direction, because why not? Change the scenery a little bit. So get ourselves set up. And remember, we're not flowing through it. There is a pause at each movement. All right, let's go. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. And it's definitely okay. You might notice I'm kind of resetting my shoulders back. 5. 4. We talked about it a lot. Our shoulders like to roll forward. So put them back. 3. 2. 1. Good. So especially if you're broader shouldered, like I'm very wide shouldered, so to work with one weight, you see how much narrower this weight is than my shoulders. I mean, there's a lot of shoulder on either side. So to hold here, it kind of collapses my shoulders in. So I really have to think, open them back up. So something just to be mindful. I know most people aren't as narrow as this, but maybe aren't as extra wide as my linebacker shoulders are. So just something to be mindful of when you're working with one weight, it can pull you forward. So just keep thinking proud chest. All right, last exercise, overhead triceps. So let's set it up, bring it up, elbows come forward, we drop. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, halfway there, you got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. All right, guys, I'm gonna quickly check the time, see where we're at, and then we'll see if we need to wrap it up or if we can get that core in. All right, I think we can get super quick core. So, not really gonna take a break here. Shouldn't be too breathy. Arms should be tired. We shouldn't be too breathy like we were after the first 2 sets. So, this is where you're gonna want your heaviest weight, maybe even heavier than you would ever think to lift, because we're not lifting it. We're actually just gonna use this heavy weight as an anchor for our core work. So we're just doing one exercise. We'll keep it short and simple. We'll do 10. We'll go through 3 sets with just a short break in between. So, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm gonna scoot super awkwardly towards the center of the mat just to show you how we're gonna use the weight. And then I'll scoot back and show you what the rest of the exercise will look like. But basically, we're just using this weight as an anchor. So we're gonna lay back. Again, I'm just showing you the upper body portion here. And we want the weight to be behind us comfortably. We don't wanna be super extended out. So we wanna have the weight here just as an anchor to do some leg lifts. So you want the weight, it's gonna be really dependent on you, how you're built, what's comfortable, but basically you just want this behind you to hang on to as an anchor, okay? So I'm gonna shift back to where you can actually see me now. There we go, perfect. So we're just gonna do some double leg lifts. We've done these recently, we've done them often. They're just a great lower core workout. So, I'm gonna set my anchor up behind me. And again, you might have to adjust your anchor as you do the work. So, we're gonna use the anchor. We're gonna be here. And we're just gonna drop and pull up. You can, if you want, get a little extra credit and roll your hips up. But only if you can do that with control and if it's your muscles lifting, not if you're using this big momentum swing to kick your legs up, okay? And if you have lower back issues, I don't recommend doing it. I recommend just keeping your butt anchored to the floor. All right, so obviously, if you need to modify, please do so. You can modify by going to one leg, or if full leg is too much, you can do knees, or you can do one knee. Totally your option, lots of range to work. All right, so we go for 10, 10, 9, 8, 7. You can feel the difference. 6. Having your arms fully extended. Again, that's what we were talking about. 5, 4, I'll explain in the break. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. So, what we were just talking about when I said having your shoulder down and that full extension, really extend that muscle to its longest point and then contract. You get a much better contraction, much better work in that muscle. So same way, if we have our arms down here, our upper abs aren't really that engaged. They're just kind of passive. When we have our arms back here, you can feel those muscles elongate, right? So we're getting a much longer stretch through our abdomen and then contraction. So that's what the difference is of being here versus here. Now sometimes we have to be here to protect our lower back. If this is too much for you and your lower back's killing you, put them back, okay? So just to explain why we would ever do it differently, that's the reason. All right, so we got 10 more. Whew. Hike them up, think flat across that belly, pelvic floor, up and in. We're not actually lifting our hips up and in, just those muscles up and in, pull them. All right, 10, 9. We try to keep your arms kind of passive though. Your ankles are on that weight, but you're not pulling, you're not tense. They're just lightly hanging on. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. We have one more set. So if you are feeling hot, searing, intense pain right through here, which you would call your groin, or your hip adductors, your hip flexors, all through here. I'm not touching myself to be gross. Pointing in this direction. If you're feeling hot poker, searing pain, searing burn, that means that you're using your hip flexors to pull your legs up and not your abdominal muscles. So that's when I talk about that pelvic floor, down low, pulling up and in, that engages those lower abs and lets those lower abs do the work versus your hip flexors. So really think about that. If they are searing, burning, I want you to go to one leg or go to knees and really work on pelvic floor, lower abdomen engagement, and not worry about doing it the full aspersion. Really worry about feeling your abdomen, not your hip flexors, okay? That just means if you've got that searing, burning pain, your hip flexors are doing the work because your abs aren't strong enough. So you need to modify it down, work on getting the abs stronger, hip flexors will get out of the equation. All right, last set. Anchor on that weight, but relax those arms. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Beautiful work, guys. All right, take a sec. Whew, little windshield wipers in those knees might feel good. All right, now bring it up. You are welcome to stay on the floor and keep stretching it out. Whew. So guys, I hope you enjoyed another experiment with the things that we can do with our body, with little weights. By little weights, I mean little selection, but just a great way. You know, sometimes often we have limited equipment. We might have something random, like, you know, oh, my husband bought this 50-pound weight because he thought he was super boss, and then it's just sat in the garage. But there's something we can do with this one heavy weight. We just did a whole workout with one weight. So just a great way to experiment with the equipment that we have and how we can get a great workout even if we only have one weight at all. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for bearing with me today. My brain, my body, nothing was clicking exactly how I liked it to. So thank you for bearing with me. I'd just like to show you guys that we're all human, right? We all have off days, but we still put in the work. We still stay dedicated. We still get a great workout. And we always learn something about ourselves too when we push through a difficult mental day or difficult physical day. We still have things to learn from that too, right? So thank you so much for joining me. Please share these workouts, share these videos, tell people what you're doing, be proud, share this great message that we have here with Strong Style Fitness. And lastly, if you would like to Venmo any donations for this workout, Venmo @StrongStyleFit is where you find me. and it is greatly appreciated. And I thank all of you who continue to be with me, continue to give. It is so much appreciated. Guys, I will see you in a few days. Take care. Love somebody today. Spread the hugs, spread the love, spread the kisses. We need it. Mwah.